Hello everyone, welcome to Creative Tutorial. In this video, we are going to see how you can perform your own login and sign up authentication using a MERN stack. Here you can see there is a login form, and you can also toggle between the register form also. We are going to use React for a front end and MongoDB as a database. Here you can see there is no collection in this database. I will refresh this also. You can see this collection has no data. So first of all, we will register, then we will click on login, then we will log in by writing the authentication email and password. If the user will try to create an MP register, then there one pop-up will be occurred and which say all fields are required. So let's create an user, Abhishek @mail.com, and let's create a password. Then click on register button. Here you can see one message has been occurred which says user created successfully. Inside our MongoDB we will refresh, and one email and the password which is in hash form, which is secure form to store the password, has been stored. If the user will try to create the same user using the same email, then the pop-up will say this email already exists. So let's try to log in with the same email. Let's try to log in. Then the password is mismatched. That's why the pop-up say password is incorrect. Now here you can see our login has been successfully. So that's how you can create your own authentication using a MERN stack. You will see in this video. So let's begin our video. First of all, open your command prompt. Then in this project we will create a two folder. First will be a client folder and second will be a server folder. So first of all, I am going to create a client folder. So write npm create white @latest. Then give the project name. I am going to give it a client name because this is the front end part of our project, and choose React as a framework. Then go to your client directory and write npm install. It will take few minutes. After the installation, run your project by using npm run div. Our app is running successfully in port 5173. Our client folder has been created successfully. Now create one more folder and give it a name server. Now create one more command prompt terminal and go to your server directory. Inside server directory write npm init. It will create one package.json file in our server. After this, download some dependency which is essential to create our server. Download some dependency like Express, course, Mongoose, and I will also install node mod to run our server. Here you can see our dependencies that we installed successfully: Course, Express, Mongoose and NodeMon. In server directory, create one file and give it a name index.js. Inside this, we will write the code which will connect our front end to the database. So write the code like, first of all, we will import Express. Then we will import course, const course equals to require course. Then we will import Mongoose, const Mongoose require Mongoose. Then we will initialize app to Express. And app.use Express.js. This will help to store our data in JSON format to our database. App.use course. Then write app.listen. I am going to run our server on port 8000. Console.log. Server is running on port 8000. Now let's run our index.js file to check our server is running successfully or not. And px nodemon index.js. There you can see our server is running on port 8000. Our index.js file work has been done. Now let's head to the client directory, and inside src directory I'm going to remove some stuff like index.css first. If you removed index.css, then also remove index.css from our main.jsx file, otherwise it will pass an error. And remove all the CSS code from app.css because we are going to design our form here. And also remove all the code from app.jsx and type RFC, which stands for React Arrow Function Component and Export. Inside this I am going to write our front end code here. We are creating the login and sign up function using a MERN stack. That's why I am going to create two forms. One will be where user will register, and second where user will log in. So let's create, and I will also toggle them between a button. So let's create the form first. So write your JSX code here. First I'm going to create one div and give it a class name container. This is a main container of forms. Then I am also going to create one more div and with a class name of form box. Then give it one heading and type login, because I am going to first of all create a login form. Then create one input field. Input type text, placeholder, email. Then create one more input field for a password. Input type password. Then give it a placeholder password. Then create a one button and give it a name login. Here we will give a toggle button with the class name of toggle button. Inside this we are going to pass we are going to write text like don't have account. Then we will give a span. Then we will give a register here. Here when user will click on register, then register form will pop up. Otherwise user will get a login form. Here you can see. So let's create a one toggle button here where user will switch from login to register. We will create a one state here like const login set login, and we will pass this to true. Okay, we are going to use state here, then pass this to true. Then we are going to use in this class name we are going to use backtick here. Then we will pass form box. No, our class will be a form box. We are going to use JS here, that's why we want a curly braces. Then we are going to use JavaScript here. For that use dollar, then curly bracket. Then we will check if login will be true, then class will be changed to login mode. Otherwise the class will be in register mode. What do you inspect here? Here you can see our class is in login mode. If we change our class, if we change the use state to false, here you can see then our class will be in register mode. Same thing we are also going to use here. We will use JavaScript here. We will pass login here, and if the login will be true, then login text will be show. Otherwise this will show in register heading. And we are also going to use onClick function here. When the user will click, then our login state will be changed and it turn to the false. We are also going to use JavaScript here, and same thing also. We will pass login here, and if the login will be true, then we will show the login button here. So copy this code, cut this code from here and paste it to here. If the login will be true, then we will pass the login here, login form. If the login will be false, then we will pass the register form here. So write here register, and already have account. already have account, then login. And to turn this set login to true. Now let's check our app login. Okay, when we click on register, okay, already have account, login. Everything is working fine. So let's design our form. Import app.css here. So we will write our CSS code inside app.css. We will start some spacing coding like margin 0, padding 0, font family to 0, font family to the sensor, box sizing to the border box. Our CSS code is working perfectly. First of all, we will design our body, and I am going to use the background color linear gradient of 135 degree. Of 1C, sorry, asterisk 1C, 2B, and hashtag 2D4. Okay. So we are going to use this background color, and display will be flex, justify content to the center, main height 100 VH. And align item will be in center. Then our form will come to the center. Now we will design our container div. Display will be flex, justify content, center, align item, center, width will be 100%. Then we will design our form box. Background color will be hashtag 2525 3A, and padding, I'm going to give a padding of 40 pixels, and border radius of 20 pixels. Okay, and I'm also going to give a box shadow of 0 pixel, 10 pixel, 30 pixel, and RGBA color of 0, 0, 0, 0.4. And width will be 350 pixel, and we are going to use display to the flex and flex direction to the column, and we are going to use gap of 18 pixel, transition 0.4 second, and color will be hashtag FFS, and position will be relative. Then we will design our h2 tag. We will design our h2 tag. We will use text align to the center, and margin 0, 0, 10 pixels, then 0, and font size of 28 pixel, and color hashtag 00 CEC9. Now we will design our input tag. First of all, I'm going to give a padding to the 12 pixel and border of none and border radius to 10 pixel and background of hashtag 2f2f46 and color of hashtag FFF. Font size will be 14 pixels and outline will be none and transition will be 0.3 seconds. As you can see, now our form's input tag is looking very good and it's also looking awesome. Now let's design our input button. First of all, we will also use focus mode here. So we will use focus here and we will change the background color. Background will be hashtag 3C3C5E. Now we will design our login button. In button, we will also going to pass the padding with 12 pixels and background 00CEC9 and also we are going to use color of white and font weight will be bold and border will be none and border radius will be 10 pixels and cursor will be pointer and transition will be we are going to use of 0.3 seconds. Now our button is also looking awesome. Yeah, it's good. Now let's design this text and write the CSS code of this text. So now we are going to design our text. So inside container, inside form box, we will pass the D with the class name of, so we will pass the class name of toggle btn here. The text align will be center, margin top 10 pixel and font size of 14 pixel and color will be hashtag CCC. Now we will design our span tag. Color will be hashtag 00CEC9 and cursor will be pointer. Margin left will be 5 pixels and font weight will be bold. It's also looking good now. Now we are going to use JavaScript code to perform on login and sign up authentication, and we are going to use MongoDB database to store our login and sign up data. So first of all, we will connect our MongoDB and we will create a one database here with the name of MERN Authentication, MERN Auth. I am going to give it a name of MERN Auth, and for now I am going to create a one collection with the name of user, and we will create a create database button. Then our database will be created. So first of all, let's connect our MongoDB to our server. Open your server directory inside index.jsx. We are going to connect our MongoDB database. For this, write mongoose.connect Then go to your MongoDB compass and copy the connection string. Copy the connection string and paste it here. After copying the connection string, now copy your database name and also paste it here. Now our server is connected to MongoDB database, so we are going to write some code where we pass the form data to our server, and after that we will store our data to the database. Then we will verify authentication. So first of all, let's pass the data to the server. First, we are going to use for a register button. First of all, we are going to use for a register form. We will create a use state hook of register email and register password, like register email and register set register email. And same for register password. And now we are also going to do same thing for a login form data. So log email and set log email. And same for login password, log pass and set log pass. First of all, we are going to do for a register form. So create give it a value and pass your use state data here, like register email. We are going to use register email first of all. Then we will write one function, on change function. Whenever user will change, then our data will be also updated to this state. Then do same thing for a password. Then do same thing for a login also. First of all, give it a value and pass your use state data here, like log email. Then create one on change function, and when the state will change, then when the user will input any input to the input field of email, login email, then our state will be updated. Here you can see our app is working fine. Now we'll create a on-click function of a register button. When the user will click on register button, then user data will be stored to our MongoDB database. We'll create one more function and give it a name, handle register. Handle register. We are going to use an async await, so write async here. So we can use await into the function. First of all, we will validate our form, whether our form data has been written or not. Whether the form data has been written or not, we will check the form should not be submitted empty. To make it happen, we will use an if else and if else statement. Inside if we will pass a condition like register email dot value is triple equals to register email dot length is triple equals to 0, or register password dot length is triple equals to 0. Then we'll pop up an alert which say all fields are required. If our validation is working, let's check our validation is working or not. Okay. Oh, I didn't save our app. Let's check. Yeah, our validation is working fine. Our validation is working fine. Now we will store our data to the database. First of all, we will pass our data to the server. After that, inside server, we will write the code. With the help of the code, we are going to store the data to the database. So first of all, let's pass the data to the server. We are going to use try and catch statement here, which helps to catch the error easily. Now create a one const response await fetch. We are going to use an API method to pass the data to the server. Fetch HTTP localhost port number 8000. Because our server is running on port 8000, that's why I have written localhost port 8000. And we are also when we are going to use the path register, because we are storing the register data. That's why I am using the path register. And we are going to use method of post. Okay, what is this? We are going to use post method here. I forgot to give it curly braces there. We are going to use post method here. And inside header, write content type application /JSON, because we are going to pass the data in JSON format. That's why we have written this. And inside the body we will pass the data. JSON.string5. Inside this, we are going to pass our register email and register password. Register email and register password. This will pass the response to the index.js, and we will get the response in index.js, and we will store the data to the database. After this, one response will be after this we will get a response from index.js. To receive the response, we will create one more const, give it a name response, and we will use await here to get the response from the index.js, and we will get the response in text format, text, and we will alert our response in our application. If we will get an error, then we are going to pass an alert, and type an error occurred. Okay, what happened? We will pass an error occurred. And we will also going to pass the error in console.log error. So let's write the code to our index.js to get the response and save the data to the database. Write app.post because we are using the post method here, and we are also going to use register path. Here you can see in app.js I have used register path. Use the same path here, and we will get the request from our front end, and we will pass the response to our front end. Then we will destructure what we will get from our what we are getting from our front end, and we will destructure here const reg email and reg password equals to request dot body. Okay. To store the data through the database, we have to create a schema model. To create a schema model, inside your server directory, create a one file name and give it a name of model.js. We will create a model. This is like a path where we want to store the data to the database. We will import mongoose here. Require mongoose. Inside mongoose, we will create a one model here. First of all, we will create a schema here. Const schema equals to mongoose dot schema. In schema, we are going to use a reg email as in string form, and register password is also in string form. Then we will create a one model here. Const model equals to mongoose dot model. First of all, create a one collection name. Give it a model collection name. I am going to give it an auth. After that, pass your schema here. Then we will export our model. So write module.export equals to model. Now we will import our model to index.js. Import, okay, const model is equals to require model dot / model. Now to store the data through the database, first of all we will check the same email. We will validate our email from the database. We cannot store two emails from different. We cannot store same emails from different user. One user has to give it a unique email, and each user will have a unique email. So we are going to use a validation here. First of all, create a one try catch statement to catch the error. Then create a one const and give it a name email check. Then we are also going to use async await function here. So pass the async here to use the await here. Await. Then use our model here. Model dot find one. So what we will find inside database, we will find a register email. If the register email is exists, then we will pass in pass in text to the front end which says this email address is already exists. We will check if same email is exist. Email check if it exists, then return and pass the response to the front end response with the status code of 400 dot send. This email already exists. Otherwise, if the email is not exist to the database, we will use else statement here. If the email is not exist, then we will store the data to the database. To store our email and password, we will use hash from password here to secure our password. For that, create one more command from our terminal here. Go to the server directory and install bcrypt here. Use bcrypt here. Install bcrypt here. For that, write npm install bcrypt. Then hit enter. It will take few minutes or few seconds to install this package. Now we will hash our password. For that, write create one const and give it a name hash pass equals to await bcrypt. Okay, first of all we will import the bcrypt here. Const bcrypt equals to require bcrypt await bcrypt dot hash, then pass the password here which pass 10. Then we will store the data to the database. Await model dot create one model dot create, C should be in capital small letter, create reg email and inside reg password store the hash password. After that, return and pass the response to the front end with the status code of 200 dot send user registered successfully, user created successfully. Now let's check. Abhishek @mail.com and let's create one password. Localhost say nothing, something went wrong I think. Refresh. Okay. Auth, side auth. This collection has no data, don't know why. Let's check. I think we are getting some error, so let's pass the error also. Response with the status code of 500 dot send error. Don't know what error is occurring here. Let's check. Inspect console. Oh, there is an URL mistake here. Now let's retry. Yes, user created successfully. There was an URL mistake. Let's go to Auth and refresh this. Here you can see one user has been created, abhishek@mail.com. Let's check our email authentication is working or not. This email already exists. Our email authentication is working fine. Now after the register, the state should be blank, so let's do it. Set register email to the blank, and also set register password to the blank. It's not very easy. Now let's create a login functionality here. For that, create a one function, on-click function, and give it a name handle login. We are also going to use async await here. And we are also going to use validation here, form validation. A form should not be submit MP, so that we are going to use form validation here. If log email dot length is equals to 0, or log password dot length is equals to 0, then we will pass an alert function which say all fields are required. Then otherwise else, we are going to use try catch statement here. Try, we are going to use const response await fetch http localhost port number 8000, and we are going to use login path here, and method of post, we are going to use post method here, and headers of content type application /JSON, and in body we are going to pass the data in JSON format, JSON.string5. We are going to pass our login email and login password. Yes. After that, we will get the response in result form. So like result const res equals to, we want response in text format, text, and we will alert our response here. If an error will be occurred, then we will pass an error occurred, and we will console our error, console.log error. So let's go to index.js and write the login code. app.post, because we are going to use post method here also, and we are using login path. We will get the request from front end, and we will pass the response to the front end request response. First of all, we will destructure the data what we are getting from the front end side, like email and password, login email and login password. Then we will use try and catch statement here to catch the error. To perform a login function, we are going to use in a 3-step. To find a user, to find a user by email, our first step is to find a user by email. Alright, const user equals to await model dot find one and pass reg email to login email. Okay, to use await, where we have to pass async here. If the user will be not found, right, if not user, then return, we will pass the response with the status code of 404 and we will send the error email not found, email not found. This is our first step. Now let's move to the second step. If we will get the password, if we will get the email from the database, now we will compare the password. For that, create one more const is match is match equals to await bcrypt dot compare reg password, compare the log pass to the user reg pass, user dot reg pass. If the password will not match, then we will pass one more message to the front end. If password will not match, then we will pass in one response, return response to the status code of 404 dot send password is incorrect. After the comparing of password and comparing of email, our third step will be we will pass the successful message to our front end with the status code of 200. We will pass login successful. And if we will get an error, then we will also pass with the response to the status code of 500 dot send error. Now let's check our login is working successful or not. Object promise. What is that object promise? What is that object? Okay, pass the return here, otherwise it will also pass an error. Okay, use the await here to complete the promise. Now password is incorrect. Our password is incorrect. Okay, login successfully. Here you can see our login has been successfully. After login successfully, we will make our state clear. For that, use set log email to the blank and set log password to the blank. Now let's check. Login successful. Here you can see, guys, how you can create your login and sign up authentication using a MERN stack. In this video, I have given a clear understanding to create your own MERN stack authentication. If you like this video, so hit a like button, and if you didn't subscribe our channel, please subscribe our channel. And if you have any question related to this video, so comment me. I will also give you the answer of the question. And if you want the video from any other topic, let me know in the comment section. So see you till the next video. Thank you for watching.